The woman dipped her drugged finger into a glass of wine and stirred it. She then lured the military officer guarding the gold. It meant to drink it. Within a minute, the officer passed out on the bed. The woman's accomplices then scanned his facial features and measured his face. Using this data, the thieves successfully created a mask of the officer's face. Wearing the mask, one of the thieves perfectly impersonated the officer. This allowed him to arrive at the scene and command the soldiers, guarding billions worth of gold at will. However, even with this disguise, stealing the gold from the train would be extremely difficult. During the transport, satellites constantly monitored, train from above. If it deviated from its man or stopped, the headquarters would immediately dispatch fighter jets. So they prepared an abandoned locomotive to run parallel to the gold transport train. They planned to steal the gold while the train was in motion. However, the soldiers inside the carriage would certainly notice the adjacent locomotive. Fortunately, the team had a top-notch magician, skilled in creating illusions. He planned to use projections to replace the scenery outside the train windows. As for the satellite surveillance, the team's hacker would handle that. But these were all theoretical plans. Actual execution was bound to be fraught with difficulties. First, the fake officer fired a pinhole man onto the train's roof, easily obtaining the code to the gold carriage. Once the train departed, the thieves also launched their plan. The female thief drove the modified locomotive, mostly tailing the gold train. As they entered a tunnel, the magician quickly pressed a remote control, activating a mechanism the fake officer had pre-installed on the train's roof. The dense smoke it emitted was key to his illusion. The moment the train exited the tunnel, the smoke transformed into a projector, successfully replacing the view outside the windows. In reality, the pursuing locomotive was now right beside them, but the soldiers noticed nothing amiss. Even so, the thieves dared not let their guard down. In 10 minutes, the satellite surveillance would resume. So time was of the essence. They couldn't afford to waste a single moment. The thief leader, Jimmy, attached himself to a crane hook. With his partner's coordination, he slowly moved towards the gold train. However, the high speed made it impossible for Jimmy to maintain his balance. So the process was painstakingly slow. To make matters worse, an obstacle appeared ahead on the tracks. His accomplices had no choice but to activate the crane and pull him back for the time being. Now only 4 minutes remained.